on Lurambi constituency aggregate results. Achieng Eunice Onyango got 657 votes. Andati Walter Maube got 1,787 votes. Kainga Stanley Ominde got 6,163 votes. Makoma Dennis Mkoya got 265 votes. Mkwana Tekas Kamala got 32,309 votes. Vikiru Timothy Bunyali got 9,342 votes. We had only 6 candidates. And the winner is Mkwana Titus Kamala.
Ukimaliza usongeshe simu kiasi.
Unaweza shika peke yako.
And all I can say is that I want to sincerely thank my family. I want to thank the people of Lurambi as a whole, because honestly speaking, this election in Lurambi is 1 in a million, because I literally won almost in all the polling stations, all of them. That shows that each and every area has confidence in me. And you know, there is a saying that to whom much is given, much is required. I have a burden for the people, and I can assure you that I'll do my best. I'll go out of my way to make sure that I serve my people with honesty and sincerity.
Thank you.
Every election cycle has its own challenges and political matrix which is applied. And look at all our politicians, you know, from the senior ones, from the president, William Ruto, Raila Amolo Odinga, Musalia Mudavadi, Kalonzo Musyoka. Each one of them, they have had their own cycle where they switched parties. So as far as I'm concerned, it was actually the right calculation for me. To me, I feel I made the right decision to go to ODM, because I was a member of the Amman National Congress under Musalia Mudavadi, and our agenda was to push Mudavadi to go for the presidency and be able to compete to win. And if he was not going to win, he still was a worthy competitor who will build himself for 2027. And because he abandoned, that was our desire, that's what we were looking forward to. And because he abandoned that cause, I felt I was at liberty to shop for another political outfit. The night is glorious, because last time I had 25,800 votes. Today I have been announced a winner winning now with over 32,000 votes. So it's big. And then, you know, the person that came number 2 and is a worthy competitor came with 9,000. So my night is big. I'm telling you, I'm on the roof. It's a big night for me.
Thank you. My name is Timothy Vikiru, one of the contestants for the Member of National Assembly position in Lurambi constituency. I would like to express my dissatisfaction with the results that have just been announced by the returning officer for Lurambi constituency for various reasons. One is that there have been a number of malpractices that were witnessed during the election process, the complaints of which we have filed with the RO, and some of the complaints have also been registered with the police. And we had agreed with the RO that he was not going to announce the results because of the complaints until the same were addressed. One of the complaints is that at the opening of the polling stations in the morning, a number of my agents were blocked from accessing the polling stations on the pretext that they were required to provide photocopies of the certificate of oath and the letters from the party, which was not a requirement, and we had not been informed about the same. That caused a delay whereby voting started in a number of polling stations without the presence of my agents, and that therefore exposed the process to the possibility of interference. The other complaint is that there have been marked ballot papers which surfaced here at the polling station in custody of one of the presiding officers for a polling station in Kilimo, and the same was reported to the police, and they have been confiscated, kept as evidence, and we had required, together with my fellow candidate here, Professor Stanley Kainga, that the same be investigated before the results are announced. We are also still looking at the figures because we believe that there have been a number of malpractices that would have led to the figures being announced being inaccurate. So on this basis, tomorrow morning I will be moving to court to challenge the results because I believe they were not true, fair, and credible and accurate as required and provided for in the election process. So I'll be contesting these results, and I believe we have evidence that we'll be tabling to that effect. And because this is a process we believe we were willing, and I had committed myself there before, that I would concede defeat if the process was free, fair, and credible as required. I have also teamed up with my fellow contestant who is here, who will also be shortly addressing, that our interest in this and the petition that we'll be filing is for fairness and accuracy, so that the voice of the Lurambi people is heard and determined, and that the will of people of Lurambi is not subverted. And that is why we will be moving together as petitioners, either separately or jointly. But what we have agreed on is that the process was not fair and free as required by the law.
The election process was flawed in a serious way. One would wonder why one candidate in the name of Bishop Hamala could win in every polling station. As we speak now, one of the presiding officers is already in police custody together with an agent for ODM. For that matter, I'm not going to concede defeat because I believe that the elections were not fair at all, and will proceed to court to have these elections annulled.